We've got to check the mic's working. It's working.
I'm assuming it's working.
Hello. Welcome back to the Cricket Nerds podcast. And we're outside and it is a lovely day because we're in England and it's nice in England sometimes. But yeah, this is weird because we're normally not next to each other when we do this.
Yeah, I understand. This is going to be a genuine conversation.
Yeah, but cool. Yeah. Well, today, England played a match against India, second match in the series, and they got absolutely pummeled. Thoughts?
Yeah, it's happened twice now, which isn't great from England. We've been bowled out twice after batting second twice. I think a lot of it comes down to the top order because our bowling wasn't great in the first game, and this game wasn't great apart from two players. Gleeson on his debut bowled brilliantly.
Yeah.
And Chris Jordan also bowled really well. He's such a hot and cold player. Sometimes he'll absolutely smash it. Sometimes he'll do nothing.
He's all right.
Yeah. But yeah, it was the rest of the bowling wasn't great, and last game was awful, and their bowling was brilliant. I think special shout out has to go to Bhuvaneshwar Kumar for both games.
Yeah, I'd argue that Bhuvaneshwar Kumar is maybe the best new ball 2020 bowler in the world, just because of his consistency. He doesn't go for many runs. He always will get a wicket in the power play. More often than not, he'll get a wicket in the power play. So he's very dangerous. And India all round have been better than England in these two games. Everyone's chipped in. Whereas for England, it's been scrappy, really. They've never looked like putting a partnership together with the bat. And like you're saying, the bowling hasn't been consistent enough to really threaten India. Gleeson and Jordan are two experienced players in 2020 cricket around. Well, Gleeson not around the world, but he's an experienced 2020 cricketer. And it seems like experience does a lot for you in 2020s as a bowler. Whereas the younger ones who might be quicker or be able to spin it haven't necessarily done so well. But yeah, India just looked tighter in all aspects of the game.
I would quite like to talk about India, just a couple of points though. Mostly their batting. So one thing is Virat Kohli still can't buy a run, which is a shame because he looks terrible every time he goes out to bat. And you've got someone like Deepak Hooda in amazing form sitting on the bench now. So I think that number 3 spot kind of needs Deepak Hooda instead. Yeah. And also opening with Rishabh Pant today. What were your thoughts on that?
Never seen it before. Don't know if I want to see it again. Rishabh Pant and Virat Kohli coming into this game, there's differences there. Rishabh Pant is in the form of his life after what he did in at Edgbaston in the Test match, and Virat Kohli is the complete opposite. He can't buy a run. Well, he can't buy a good innings. Is the problem with Virat Kohli? It's almost like Rishabh Pant comes out to bat, and he's got this clear head. He's able to just play his natural game. And that's kind of the world we're living in at the moment, is a world where people are just told, play your natural game. And I don't think Virat Kohli knows what his natural game is. Virat Kohli at his best in 2020 cricket is opening the batting. And so for me, if Virat Kohli was in form, he would be opening the batting, not Rishabh Pant. But because Rishabh Pant's the form player and you want to play your best players to start with, then I can see why they've opened the batting with him. But at the same time, he's not really an opening batter in 2020 cricket. I think he's better against the spin in the middle overs, being able to clear the boundaries in the middle overs. That's where he's strongest, as opposed to finding the gaps. Although, it's 2020 cricket, you can't look into things too much, can you? He's just kind of a hit and hope sort of game at the moment. But yeah,
I was thinking a little bit about, because obviously India at the top of the innings and stuff, they've been doing pretty well. Batting in general has been good. England this series has been awful. And obviously they're missing players like Bairstow, potentially Stokes if he ever plays T20 again. But obviously Roy and Butler at the top of the order have not done well these two games against the swinging ball, which kind of affirms why they shouldn't be in the test squad, because all it takes is a couple of overs of spin or of swing, and that sorts them right out. The only person that has really got like in the 30s both games, and I feel like he has done this every single game of his innings or of his life pretty much, is Moeen Ali. He's coming in at sort of 6 or 7 and getting these cameos of 30 but not really pushing on. Should he be pushed up the order even at 3 ahead of David Milan? Because I don't know if he's a bit wasted down the order. I don't know.
Yeah, I can see Moeen Ali coming in earlier. He's done it for Chennai. He's done it for England in the past. Moeen Ali's used to batting in every position, so it's nothing new for him to bat anywhere he wants. Really, he could open. Who knows? But there are some players who I'd like to see come into the team. I'd like to see Tom Banton, who played very well today for Somerset. I'd like to see him come into the team because he's had a great season in the Blast, and he's been in and out of the team before, and I think he deserves a chance at the top of the order. But saying that, if I had to choose between Butler and Roy opening versus one of them and Banton, I'd pick Butler and Roy based on how good they are. Yeah. Like they are good players. And
even Banton at 3 makes me happy. And we've also got someone like Phil Salt.
Phil Salt, he should be playing. Yeah. But it's an easy thing to say, isn't it? This person should be playing, this person shouldn't be playing, when hindsight's a wonderful thing. But yeah, I think it's a shame that these sorts of players like Phil Salt and Tom Banton are missing out, really. But yeah.
I think that's actually quite a good place to end. The next game, now you're asking. I think it's really soon, actually. I don't know whether it's even tomorrow.
Tomorrow at Trent Bridge?
It might actually be tomorrow at Trent Bridge, which, yeah, got nothing else on. No, I think, yes, it is tomorrow at Trent Bridge. So, it's a bit of a dead rubber because India have already secured the series very comfortably. Well done, India. But yeah, it'd be good to see England actually put up a fight, make it a bit more of an interesting game. Yeah. One last shout out before we wrap up. Arshdeep Singh in the first game was absolutely brilliant on his debut.
Well done, Kings 11 Punjab.
Yeah,
raising a good one there.
Yeah, and Deepak Hooda, he was one of ours back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good things. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this slightly more, I don't know, relaxed format. Yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. So yeah, let us know down below if you want to see more out and about, like cricket nerds on location. And don't forget to subscribe. We actually lost a load of subscribers after India lost the Test series. So
yeah, this should help.
This should help. Exactly. Yeah. So come on, you Indians. Yeah, and non-Indians. We love you all. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow our social medias. We are at Cricket Nerds Pod. You can also listen to us on a lot of different podcasting websites. And other than that, we'll see you next time. Goodbye.